This is how clean I feel like I am. Hey y'all, we're like gonna take a break sooner than 9 o'clock. So it's 7:13 in the morning. And between yesterday and today, the way I clock out and clock in after like 1, 2, or 3 rideshare requests, I just make sure I'm not obligated to take the next rider because there's always maybe someone else. I just remembered what like diamond platinum level was again. So they're doing this new feature with matching. So let's say you get a request that says match, you'd only get it first if there's someone that's not a higher level than you. And I think the diamond level is the ones that are able to do that. I don't really think it's just any level higher than you. I think diamond has top priority, and that was what made me $400 a night with less effort. But between the between 5 and 10 rides, between yesterday and this morning, and I woke up halfway through the night and I thought to myself I wasn't going to work. I wanted to go back to sleep, but then I thought, what if I was going to have to use the restroom, and I didn't want to be too lazy to do what I do. So before I had to start using the bathroom, when I got up to let Minnie use the restroom, because I think she woke me up and she was just panting. The panting woke me up, and she got to use the restroom really well. So we're drinking our water really good. And I'm I have this little gallon thing back here. I need to chug and chug just maybe whatever sugar I ate out of my system. I had to ask Arby's if that steak bowl had any barbecue sauce in it, because I was like, man, it's like made of sugar, vinegar, ketchup, salt, Worcestershire sauce, maybe. Mm, and whoop de whoop whoop. But I won't take that risk again, because what I did was I went to Arby's because I've been feeling a beef and cheddar sandwich for the longest. And instead of going somewhere else, because the restaurant was on the left side of the road, normally I was feeling like the effort was just in my favor. So I decided to use the traffic lights to cross the street back over to Arby's, and then instead of getting the beef and cheddar, I got the steak bowl, and it was great and all, but there's like those French onions in it, and that's what I didn't want to feed. So, um, and that's what I didn't want to French onion rings. So, yeah, I was only worried about whether or not they stiffed the Arby's with anything that would have made me dreadfully tired. Drugs or something that makes me heavily go to the restroom. And I was thinking because the guy at the window was maybe bigger, that me carrying mini in my coat might make me look fat. So, my stomach's rumbling in it. I knew I was gonna prepare myself to go to Lou's travel stop. 13 miles. That must be where the truck sounded more diesel. Hmm. I'm voting on not making one more move and not bothering the last people I dropped off. I'm just gonna research the nearest resources and have it automatically on Google Maps. So if I wake up and have to use the restroom, I just start the car and go. But my tummy is rumbling. I would be on alert, or the Illuminati guessed I'd make one more move. So I was thinking of driving again at night instead of during the day. It just makes me feel more at peace. And then once I start getting $12,000, I wanted to give Minnie a deep dental cleaning so that that one tooth could come out, and that will be the end to the whole LED light thing that kind of upsets me about, like, why is that even a thing that humans think dogs will drag them down? So I was just kind of proving that they don't. Every Life Matters, and pretty much how she's like a beauty. I think I hear a pan right now. Well, now that I don't have the M3 chip, guess we'll be Googling stuff on my one device. She's gonna have to pee. Since I'm Love's travel stop Klein, minus last night and immediately this morning, but I got some new shoes and everything from the girls section. I had them upsell me some socks. Okay, let me go ahead and find out, like, what can I do about my tummy rumbling, because that could be any minute. And if I have like 5 minutes to react, I'ma be A-okay. If I have 20 minutes to react, that's cool. If I got 30 minutes to react, I'm like, alright. 55 minutes to react. That... Okay. But when I be out in the field, so yeah, you'd have to. I had to plan to backtrack to Lawrence, Kansas, or to head to Kansas City, where the Phillips 66 was, and then if that wasn't it, I was gonna go to a Quick Trip, and then if that wasn't it, I would have went to a Love's, but I just gotta portion it and eyeball what I'm eating and make sure the sugar isn't what's causing diarrhea, and then the water helps your stool get harder, which means that, or stay hard, and it kind of just helps something about relaxing until you get to a point of interest. So I'm not really feeling nickel and dimed by my look with using the bathroom, but at first I was on board. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? Some macaroni, beef, something, Arby's. Like, even if they stuffed the bowl with more macaroni noodles, like, that would have been much better. It just kind of was like Alfredo sauce mixed with meat, and then like, some of the macaroni noodles were in there. So I might order food and I might not eat it. But if I do something, can I eat it? And that's what happened. I haven't needed to go number 2 today because yesterday I had a Olive Garden before that. So I'm liking my new diet the way I started off working for Uber again. Is that must have offsetted what I can do with my habits. And I knew it. You know, sometimes it's gross not to eat too. So this is just my scenery right here. This is gonna probably be the dirtiest stuff getting. Is putting these in here like that. But you see how I do it? You see how I ain't OCDing about some Arby's versus anywhere else that people normally go when they travel? I just went ahead and like finally do something like the y'all and just a little sauce on leather, and I'm gonna go to Dollar General, just keep buying the new microfiber cloths, and at some point in time I'm gonna need to wash those before I use them, and make sure there's nothing that'll make hairline scratches on my car. So I have one of these stickers right here that says ooh. I've got the back ventilators, and I really like the anatomy of the Ford Escape on the inside, and the newer ones have a super larger screen. But I'm telling you, for right now, when you need a gas power vehicle, this is making me feel fancy, just like the 2025 Kia K4. It looks fancy from the back. It looks great from the front. It looks fancy on the inside, and you drive it, and all of a sudden, it's as good as a Trailblazer, a Chevy Cruze, a Chevy Malibu, like. But it looks fancier, and has more technology in it, but then you lose the feeling from having like no leather seats, and but the back of the headrest and everything kind of sold me about that little futuristic iRobot AI thing. And I think my only problem was I was riding in it like a bucket seat. I'm kind of distraught, but because when you got a smaller car and you're using a four-cylinder, and if you run over somebody's head, I think you ain't gonna blood spill up or something. That's why I liked small four-cylinder cars. You get a bigger, heavier SUV, and the weight, and then it could peel off, and then next thing you know, you only did that because you were aligned to. So I made the most money in the Ford Escape before, and especially here. And I was using a Mel Hamilton Ford rental while I thought I was buying a Jeep, and then I really wish I could have pushed like $400 into an Uber rental that time, but I think that I'm doing less driving in between cities now. And if I do, it's kind of like Lawrence or Topeka or Wichita. I don't think I'll go as far as Clarksville and Nashville or Des Moines or Oklahoma City. I think I would travel east and west instead of north and south like I was doing in Sacramento and LA, South Carolina to North Carolina, or Knoxville or Nashville. That was kind of south north. South Carolina to Atlanta, but not no Wichita to Oklahoma or Kansas City to Des Moines. And nothing down 80 because I learned. I finally learned because, I only head west on 80, or I only go as far as Indianapolis down to Clarksville. And then, it goes all the way to the most famous city of the country. Or Sacramento or San Francisco. So I feel like if I'm ever gonna lose my whole experience, that it would be because of Highway 80. And I've gotten a whole lot more lenient, and I'm still kind of spending, but it's more for like the exact hygiene I was trying to portray before I'd run out of money. So my pet peeve is not to spend more money than I make. Or I could feel like I've made that money, and if I need $13 gas, or if I need a shower, let's say like I'm feeling tired one day and I only did one share request, and made $16 off of that. But I'm done for today because something came that day because something came up. But there's $18 for my shower at Love's, and I can sleep there. And if I want some food, finally, I have my food stamps, but that don't hit until the 2nd. So I'm basically regulating my diet with these bigger restaurants, and you could tell what a fast food restaurant is more like, not like American processed, or it's American regulated. So I chose Arby's. I would have chose American Taco Bell, because when I was in the Kia K4 and I got some gas at the Murphy's, I went ahead and got me some Taco Bell that day. And their beef and cheese burritos they got really heartwarming now. Like before, it was like I could only go to Taco Bueno to find that. So now I can order off the value menu and be satisfied. If I don't want the cantina burrito because it's just packed with nice things and maybe some juices, that's as fancy as Italian dressing, I reckon. She's sleeping good. I'm not sure if I want to. Like, I feel like it. Sometimes I feel like it's stress too. I'm feeling more relaxed right now. Sometimes you can just take a break, and as long as you ain't actually driving, the no bad dream, no bad dream. Then you can kind of revitalize yourself. Okay, I think she's just gonna have to have some water and stuff. So, look at this. I keep boasting about this thing. Yeah, hurry and drink some. I need to hear your stomach gurgle. Drink some more, please. and dim sum. Yeah. Like, even when I'm not delivering food, I don't even want to touch the floor with vacuum stuff. And I think you have to do a car wash to get a vacuum at some places. I'm not really sure, but I do want to make sure there's no dust going to be here really quick. But I felt guilty of washing my car before driving for Uber because it's just touch and you getting gas because it's just unsanitary. So I used to get my gas at the end of the day, and the next day just one full tank of gas was all I needed to work at Wichita. Like, unless I got ambitious. But is it this, like, really, like, inspiring? Like, I love driving the, yeah. You can press the start button to put the car in park and turn off the car at the same time. But sometimes this one with the auto stop, you could hear it turning itself off while it's turning itself on. I do believe auto stop is completely different than turning off the car because the auto stop feature makes the car start right back up so much faster. It's like hibernation for a car. Different parts are less expensive on your engine. That's how they get that to make a difference. So if you're anyone like me, you will know the difference in auto stop. Because as you can see, I can't use this gear shifter to do my little neutral thing. To slow down as a brake without hitting the brakes and stuff. Because this car, it glides. Like, you can't just let off the gas and slow down. Like, I like that. Yeah, and this button right here might be how to stop from doing that. Uh, but I don't want that, because when you're at a stoplight, you gotta make sure you want to move your car, when you could just let off the gas and, brakes, and ease the car, because that's not really gonna, as long as you don't run somebody over, you might push them, kind of, and be like, oops. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get hit to find out. I just want to take that serious, though. You know what I mean? There are a couple of things I went and experienced. Like, yeah, that's like, like, I can't even name that. That's where I'm parked right now. I can't even name that. Like, I don't even need to think right now. I just need to relax. Just kind of have an epiphany. Like, I haven't got window cleaner because we don't smudge. But I know that I want to make my experience for my riders a lot more competitive. And so it's not raining, and I think I got bird poop over a windshield. I haven't noticed it, so maybe they would have. I just feel like when you have enough money or more than enough, there's just some things you might could skip out for a minute. But it stopped raining, and I travel on the smaller roads in between Kansas City and Lawrence and Wichita, because higher speeds will put a chip in your hood or so. So it saves gas when you go under 80 miles an hour. So, I like driving at high speeds for long periods of times, but all of a sudden the highway's getting with you 80 miles an hour. And if you do 80 miles an hour the whole way, you're gonna notice. But I like the hybrid idea too, because that could be the whole, like, auto stop for fast moving vehicles, to just cut back on to when that speed is about to decrease. I think the computers can generate a way to do that. I personally think it's safer never to run out of gas, that there's always a way to get rich in this world, and there's always a job for the government to give people. So who knows how that worked with auto stop, but like the hybrid be like, I manually put it into gas mode, so I ain't gotta worry about that once I'm on the on ramp and stuff. But that was just me being like a fast-paced pilot, like behind the wheel, being interactive and being completely attentive and aware of your surroundings, and maybe playing with that button helped me, look for my next problem. So when I was gonna get a Jeep at Mount Hamilton Ford, I was so wishing I could just hop into that Ford Escape. Like, I'm not even worried about the Tesla right now. I don't remember the price of the roof cover for the panoramic roof glasses stuff. But like I wanna probably do that at least, and then kind of see like how am I gonna budget my charges, because basically I'm eating wherever I'm charging my car at, and oh, by the way, I could just juice up every chance I get, and I could keep up with a gas-powered vehicle. Just for anything that you do. Even pull over for a second to check your phone. Pay a highway toll booth before you forget. DriveKansas.com and prepare for errors. Because this is an Uber rental, but it asks you for your zip code on an out-of-state tag. So I meant to create an account, but every time I hit create account, it's just something I'm gonna have to wait for Uber to bill me. Because if they bill me like that, $2 or $2.25, $2.50 or something, because the Florida toll booth was $16, period. But maybe these are gonna be a total of $16, let's say, and not like a fee on top of a small $2 toll or something. So, girl, I'm gonna pray to God that it's just an initial charge and not like more for every dollar amount that you spend. So I'm gonna rely on that, just kind of be the guinea pig, and I know that it's not going to bite me in the behind. But I think I'm gonna get an early oil change. So maybe that's what I could have been doing right now. Get a super early oil change and hope that they don't mind that I'm out of town with this vehicle. Because I usually am, and I usually have a whole lot of miles on the car by the time I bring it back. So I'm gonna look for that store location and see what that be about. Then I wanna pay my phone bill. So I personally think that was if I went to the East Coast, like South Carolina. But I think I have like a it was at about like 91. I'm supposed to get an oil change at 100. But if I saw what I saw on the odometer, what oil changes give you 12,000 miles? Maybe. I always root for 4, 6, and 8, though. I'm like, on the East Coast, I don't get an oil change for Walmart. I could have said at the dealership of the car brand, but I'm telling you, like, somebody hates Walmart. Like, you know, when the Walmart be entrepreneurs, that somebody's just wanting people to have one job, you know? Like, I could notice the difference. So it could be how the government gets people to normally go to their car dealership for an oil change, and Walmart's only for emergencies, but I'm exactly no on the for the emergencies, because I also heard that you're better off waiting to change your oil the right way than to top it off sometimes, or to get it changed somewhere that you're not for certain. There is a leeway, and checking the reservoir and the dipstick. And checking the car right when you get your rental in your car. Because I told her leisure that rental. And I knew when I knew I was going to Florida. So the K4 had a Florida tag. Now this Ford Escape has a Florida T. And I don't want to take those offers near the Full Sail University for $600 a month out of my pocket. Before I get those resources that you get with graduating your online degree and take your education further on campus. They had a tailored list of places you could live. But I've owed them for my certificate since 2021. So when I owe people money, I'm yelping. I really needed help. Uber feels like the only job that I like that you could just already get into. And I think it would be a lot of people's dream job, really. But there's still that cosmic balance. People need this, people need that. I think fast food restaurants should be run by teenagers who are still in school. Though. Yep. Honey, babe, we getting it good right now. Is you panting at all? So, yeah, those are still on. I'm looking to take a shower just so I could put lotion on too. Okay, well, let me think about where that oil change is at, because I'm hyped up about it and don't want it to hit me too soon. But if I'm not traveling out of town more than I'm working for Uber, everything will work out. And I'll just have to hold in my gasps. My gasps. And make sure our car stays clean, and people that are in their cars too much should really shake their clothes off. I feel like doing it right now. I'm going to. But you gotta realize the earth elements are just everywhere though, from rolling down your window and stuff. So why not me not even waste a rental or another rental? But I've been wasting my time. But at least the beginning of the rental, I needed a day off, and I wanted 2 days off at first, and then I wanted to piece everything together, and then I wanted to work a whole shift, but I gotta piece everything together. Now I wanted to go to sleep the other half of my night, because might have went to bed at not too late at all, and then I woke up somewhere around 2 or 3, and then I guesstimated I could work till 9, and then now I stopped working at 7, and then I want to go to sleep. Really, I want to take a shower and wash my clothes every day. And put on my lotion, gargle my peroxide, use my antiseptic, hospital grade hand and body soap. And that should make me feel like I got it in me, like to do everything that I want to do and not just piece everything together and don't spend any money at all, because I do believe that it's kind of gross if you don't eat too. So silly me, could have been the beef and cheddar sandwiches so that Minnie could just eat by herself, and it's probably cold enough for a dry roast beef sandwich to save into the morning. But the reason why I'm taking a break right now also is because I probably could get some food and see if I'm cool, but I know it in my heart I want to get some sleep. I just want to lay down and see if I could go to sleep, because I should. But then I'll need to use the restroom. But since it's during the day, I could sleep anywhere. But at first, I wanted to cut the night off before the street lights came on. Like when they come on, then I'm alerted, like it's time to find a stopping point. But now I want to drive at night because traffic is minimal. Since it's Thanksgiving yesterday, or whatever. I don't think Amazon will be working at night. I ain't even tried to find that out. I clocked in and hoped that the surges didn't mean I was the only one driving. I tucked my shoelaces in my shoes so they're not touching anything that would touch my hands, because I always gotta make sure that if I ever have to do any more than Uber X, which you could relax when you doing food. I just don't like going in the stores and being turned down, like the order disappeared, canceled, or somebody else took it. But I'm usually clocked out of date when I don't know if it's something I'm supposed to do. I think I'm tired because I'm gonna have to go number 2 though. And then I gotta tinkle some. It really kind of makes you a bit tired. Oh my god. Yeah, look at that. Real cool. I sure wouldn't have slept there. They almost thought they could whack a boy by sandwiching metallic baby blue with plain silver. Are you kidding me? This is actually how much power I think metallic baby blue has over silver now. I don't know. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. This is the infamous hot spring you would never want to go to. I worked at G2 and G3. So, hi guys, working for Uber, but this morning really good, but I've been having to pee like a racehorse in like every 5 minutes. I don't know why. Other than the withdrawal from sugar. Whew. We're about to set up Biddy's bed, y'all. Hi, honey. Don't look up at the light, honey. Hey, honey. What's up, honey girl? Hey. Ooh. Hold on. Hey, honey. Hey, honey.